Hi, I'm Jaclyn St. James, and yes, it's still June, wedding month. Yes, so all of you out there are all excited for your big day, wedding bliss, and wedding bells, and wedding limos, and wedding everything. Today's episode, I'm going to give you the top 10 to-dos before you say I do on the next episode of Elegance and Sophistication. Welcome back. Okay, now that you've had the question popped and you've replied yes, all of a sudden you have been thrown into a whirlwind situation. So much to do, so little time, and where do I start? How do I get this all done in time? Okay. So the next few months are going to be busy as hell, but it doesn't have to be hard. Just calm down, breathe, and of course, my favorite, get organized. Okay, so grab that pen and that paper. No, I mean, go get it. I'll wait. Okay, you're back. Okay, so here we go. My top 10 things to do before the big day. Number 1, get on the same page. Now that you are engaged, you and your partner will be embarking on a journey that will culminate in a public ritual built around the two of you exchanging vows to last a lifetime. Eliminate unpleasant surprises by taking a little time on the early side of your planning to talk about what each other has in mind for their special day. Some of you will see just how much you have in common, and some of you will be like, really? Talk to each other, write down, switch papers, read aloud, and discuss. It's simple as that. Compromise. Number 2, set a budget. In the U.S., weddings cost $26,000 to $30,000 on average. It's critical to measure one's finances against anticipated expenses. It is possible to host a wedding for less, and very easy, than you can imagine to host one for more. Before you begin, think about your finances and how much you and your partner, you and your partner will need and what you can afford and how you will be asking your parents if they can chip in. Most people today need help. I mean, we are living in America. After you guys have planned, you should be now kind of, have in mind the type of wedding that pretty much will tell you how much you're going to need. You have loving families that are okay with the two of you getting married. Most families love a wedding, and even the thought that it's not legal in all states, your family will accept it. They will help you if you can. If your parents are like my parents, they will. If your parents can help, all the better for you. It's kind of a win-win situation. Your parents get their son or daughter's wedding that they've always dreamed about, and since telling them that you were gay, it kind of slipped their minds, but now they have a reason to celebrate, and you get a bigger wedding, or the wedding you and your partner have always imagined. Okay, so number 3, you want to build a guest list. I like to develop 2 lists, a list of those who are certain invites, and a list of those who you'd like to invite if budget or the event accommodations allow. Now that you've got 2 possible numbers to work with, begin shopping around for event spaces, caterers, to determine roughly how much your budget and event vision is affected, adversely or otherwise, by the size of your list. Okay, don't laugh, but when my fiance and I were planning my first wedding, which, by the way, I was left at the altar. So sad, but thank God. Get one of those big 3-ring binders, a hardcover. A folder, some folders to go inside the book, and dividers and page protectors. You will receive papers, and more papers, business cards, etc. This way, you stay organized, and yet everything will be in arm's reach. When my second wedding came about, I was prepared. Yes, a beautiful ceremony in Fort Zachary State Park in Key West, Florida. So nice. Memories. Number 4, remember to book your ceremony and reception site. Don't make the mistake of announcing your wedding date until you have a contract in hand for your ceremony and reception. You may find that you'll need to pick a date based on the availability of your dream venue. And don't be surprised if you find that you are having to book a space 9 months or more in advance of a date if you are picking a popular time of year or a popular venue. Number 5, my favorite, get organized. And I repeat again, because this is one it's like the Bible for your wedding. Never underestimate the value of effectively organized binder. You will be inundated with details from signed contracts to business cards, sample menus, and much, much more. Keep everything in one place so that you refer back to it. And most importantly, develop a timeline working back from your wedding date to determine the priority by which you'll need to accomplish each planning task. Okay, number 6. Now, I don't recommend this for everybody, but it is very wise. Become a wedding crasher. I admit it, some of my best ideas have come from going to other people's weddings. Make sure you attend a wedding or two, straight or gay, while you are planning, and consider the content of the ceremony, the flow of the event, the song list played by the band or DJ, etc. Trust me, it's all in the details. If a concept works for you, but don't be afraid to integrate it into a format that works for you. Remember, imitation, when done properly, can be the sincerest form of flattery. You can sometimes ask venues to visit when a wedding has taken place. One word of advice, though. Please don't join in when they're doing the funky chicken, especially when you take to the dance floor and the question starts, who the hell is this person? Okay, number 7. Reach out to other brides and grooms. There is no place like the wedding vortex. That's defined as a state of preoccupation and vexation induced by wedding planning. And the best company for someone in the vortex is someone else who is currently there or has just recently emerged. You can swap information and ask questions with fellow vortex travelers in that gay weddings forum, or enjoy a long dinner with friends who can share stories with you about gay wedding planning and ensuing the drama. Okay, number 8, design a day that reflects you. Though you can find many established wedding traditions already in the books, thanks to heterosexual couples who have gone before us, remember that you have the freedom to design a ceremony which best reflects you and your partner. Borrow from the traditional rituals that have significance for you. Add elements that speak to you and your community. Above all, be yourself and be present, and the rest will follow. Number 9, take another look at your budget. Now that you've booked your photographer, a great venue, caterer, and chosen fabulous invitations from the gayweddings.com website, assess your progress. Can you afford the Vera Wang gown? Maybe not. It's a videographer out of the question. I mean, what about those matching diamond encrusted platinum wedding bands? I mean, this is a great time to take a look at how well you've stuck to your budget and how effectively you've been with your fundraising, and then determine what adjustments you can afford to make in the home stretch. Aim to start your married life deliriously with joy, rather than devastated by debt. And last but not least, number 10, which is another one of my favorites. Take the last week off. The best part of celebrating your union will be enjoying all of your love your family and friends will be heaping upon you. Find a professional consultant or a bevy of good friends to do the last-minute preparation for you so that you'll be able to greet your public and be with your loved ones as any blushing bride or glowing groom deserves to be. Oh, and by the way, if you have any questions, please don't feel free to ask little old me, etiquette girl. Yes, I have worked the wedding coordinating scene. I have been there. I have seen it. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have on your special day. You can contact me at www.jaclynstjames.weebly.com. Next week, I will be giving you the top 10 ways to cut wedding costs. Our last video, yes. After that, there will be no, or prior, after next week, there will be no videos for the next week, being that it's my birthday and Stonewall Street Festival in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So, hopefully, I'll see you there. For Elegance and Sophistication, I'm Jaclyn St. James. I'll see you coming down on the aisle soon. Bye-bye.